Get off the streets, you will be subject to arrest. Unlawful assembly, you are blocking a thoroughfare. Get off the road.
I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
Martial law in America has begun. Well, an unofficial martial law has begun because it technically takes the vote of the Congress, and there's factors in there that determine when a martial law should be called into action. And one of those is in a time of war. We're not in a time of war. We have a current president that's using martial law against the citizens of this nation. We have definitely entered into the Twilight Zone.
As the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it before.
In the middle of the night, hundreds of armed federal agents and police, backed up by riot trucks, smoke grenades, and helicopters, breached fences and busted doors in an immigration raid on an entire apartment building on the city's south side. They pulled dozens of residents from their homes and zip ties, including children, some of them without any clothes. They then held some outside for hours and dragged the others into rented vans.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face.
Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
The worst people are the enemies from within. The enemy from within. Those people are more dangerous, the enemy from within, than Russia and China. These people should be put in jail the way they talk about our judges and our justices. Now, if you had one really violent day, one rough hour, and I mean real rough. I think the bigger problem are the people from within. We have some very bad people. And I think they're and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military.
So you heard his words. You heard his words coming from him. He's talking about the enemy within Pennsylvania. He's talking about the enemy within our country, Pennsylvania. He's talking about that he considers anyone who doesn't support him or who will not bend to his will an enemy of our country. It's a serious issue. He is saying that he would use the military to go after them. Think about this.
Every single thing that Kamala Harris warned us about if Donald Trump was elected president is happening right now. And every single thing that Donald Trump said would happen if Kamala Harris was elected president is what is happening under his presidency. Kamala Harris told us that Donald Trump was going to deploy U.S. troops on U.S. citizens, and he already did that. Kamala Harris told us that Donald Trump was going to start a war with Iran. That has already happened. Kamala Harris told us that Donald Trump was going to strip millions of people from their health care. And now Republicans have just signed a bill to make sure that is going to happen. Every single thing that Kamala Harris said would happen during a Donald Trump presidency is happening. But this country will continue to not believe what a black woman will say, but believe what a white man who's been credibly accused of sexual assault multiple times instead of just believing a black woman. Black women are the most educated and most intelligent women in this country. And until we start believing them, this is exactly what is going to continue happening.
Hey, my people, Auntie here. You know I love y'all, but this ain't about y'all today. This is about the immigrants in the country. Come here, step to the front, because you got me pissed off right now about this stuff going on in Chicago. And you're online. Oh, we told you, you're next. Bitch, we ain't next, we now. We always been now. And let me tell you something. You stirred up some anger in me. Don't you ever think that you can come on here and tell my people what to do. Don't you ever think that you are in a position to call my people to the goddamn streets. Who are you? We warned you. You warning us? We warned you. We told you this was going to happen. But this is what your people voted for. This is what you want. And now we're all suffering for that. But don't you ever think that you're in a position in this country to warn us about the people that we've been warning you about, that we've lived under for 400 fucking years. We know them better than they know themselves. But you don't. You don't. You don't know them. You're learning them now. So learn them on your own. Don't you call my people to the street. Take your black ass out there. Take your black ass out to the streets. But my people, don't you dare think that you even have the right to tell us what to do. This is our goddamn country. You don't have the right to tell us anything. Take care of yourself and we will take care of ourselves. We've been taking care of ourselves for 400 years under these tyrants. This is no different for us. You don't see the history? They bombed streets, they bombed neighborhoods, they stolen land. And you have the nerve to come on here and call my people to the streets? Lord have mercy on your soul. Lord have mercy on your soul. That's how angry I am right now with you people. I'm more angry with y'all than I am with. Who you think you are? You don't come over here telling us what the hell to do. And don't you ever think you can put my people in harm's way. Put your black ass people out there. Tell them to go out there to the streets. Because you got us mixed up with your shit. Be as bold as we are. Go look at the videos. See us getting sprayed with hoses, bitten by dogs, spit on. And you're here because of that. Your black ass gonna try to tell us what to goddamn do. The nerve. The nerve. Take to the streets yourself. Leave my people alone. We'll handle our own business.
And I totally agree with her. Our people have always been out on the forefront for others, for other marginalized communities, and all to their benefit, not to our own. And this time especially. And now these are the consequences. And as she stated, we're now being dragged into something that we warned everyone else about. Now, what is martial law? This video is going to explain it a little bit more in detail, and it'll also expound on what I said earlier in regards to martial law is really just supposed to be called in for particular reasons. One of them is if you're in a time of war with an enemy, not within a nation.
There's martial law. Let's break it down. Because if you think that could never happen, you haven't been paying attention. Martial law isn't just a headline. It's a complete government shutdown. If Trump declared it, here's what that actually means. The military takes control, not local police. Curfews enforced. Rights suspended. Courts closed. Protests silenced. Dissent crushed. The Constitution put on pause. But here's the thing. Trump can't just snap his fingers and make it happen. The Posse Comitatus Act prevents the military from being used against American citizens. Congress would push back. The Supreme Court would have to rule on it. But would they act fast enough? would they act at all? Because the moment martial law is declared, chaos follows. Mass protests, global outrage, markets in freefall, and trust in democracy completely shattered. And as for Trump, he'd be facing lawsuits, impeachment, or worse, the weight of history's judgment. Martial law isn't a switch you flip, it's Pandora's box. And once it's opened, can we ever really close it?
We have major news right now in the ruling where a Trump-appointed judge blocked the administration's ability to send the National Guard into Portland, Oregon. She sent a stark warning to the rest of the country. She said that Donald Trump's essentially determination is not, quote, tethered to the facts. And she went one step further. If she allowed the deployment of the National Guard on the streets against American citizens in Portland, Oregon, it would move the country closer to a martial law type state, where essentially the United States military is being deployed as a personal police force for the President of the United States. Her warnings, this is a Trump judge, she is warning that Donald Trump is trying to move the country closer to martial law. Let that sink in. Now, this is a temporary block. She blocked it for 14 days, not much longer. It may go permanent, but we'll see what happens. In any event, major breaking news right now. Spread the word. Judge Karen Immergut in Oregon just blocked Trump's order to send the National Guard into Portland. Follow along for more.
1 hour later.
Test area or disperse on your own. But you're being advised, the Illinois State Police, we will arrest you for an unlawful assembly.
You're not. Listen, you know what you're doing is wrong. You're saying you're keeping us safe. You are keeping us safe. Because if you were, you would actually remove that fence so that police officers and so that firefighters could go through Beach Street. But you haven't taken down the
Unlawful assembly! You are being warned right now! If you do not disperse and get off the streets, you will be subject to arrest! Unlawful assembly! You are blocking a thoroughfare! Get off the road! Or I will arrest you! Get back! Get back! Get back! Your name is Dana Bird! Get back! Your name is Dana Bird! Get back! Get back! Get back! Your name is Dana Bird! Get back! Your name is Dana Bird! Get back! Get back!
Why is this really happening? Like, why? What is the end goal of all of this, right? This is because they're speculating that Trump is going to try to manhandle the upcoming presidential election in 2028, that whether he's running or not, their party wants to be able to have complete control. Because why in the world would I make another repeat mistake of putting anyone that represents anything that has to do with MAGA, anything that has to do with the Republican Party moving forward? No one is going to trust the Republican Party after this administration is done. That's it. The nail is in the coffin with that. No one, because you would have to be a complete, of course, never say never, because they did it this time, even after over 1 million deaths occurred under the leadership of President Trump during the pandemic of COVID-19, and they still put him back into office.
Well, I believe that one of the reasons Donald Trump wants to send troops into American cities is because he wants to be able to take control of the 2026 elections. Remember that back in 2020, he and Michael Flynn, the former general and former advisor to the president, talked about actually taking control of the ballot boxes in 2020 because they didn't trust the outcome of the election. Now, if they've got troops in cities and it becomes a kind of norm for people, then it won't be abnormal for them when they're going to vote having troops at the ballot boxes. He'll say that he's protecting the ballot. And if he thinks there's some kind of fraud, and what I mean by that is if he thinks that his party isn't going to win, then they very well could do what they suggested they were going to do in 2020, which is take control of the ballot boxes. So I believe that is what this is about. It's about intimidating people from going to the polls who would not vote for his party, and about the ability to take control of the elections if it doesn't go his way.
Let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for supporting the channel, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I love to read your comments. Thank you.